Hello and welcome to today's Gospel Homily. Let us listen to the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 23, verses 13 through 22. Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, "Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You lock the kingdom of heaven before men. You do not enter yourselves, nor do you allow entrance to those trying to enter. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You traverse sea and land to make one convert, and when that happens you make him a child of Gehenna twice as much as yourselves. Woe to you, blind guides, who say, if one swears by the temple, it means nothing, but if one swears by the gold of the temple, one is obligated. Blind fools, which is greater, the gold, or the temple that made the gold sacred? And you say, if one swears by the altar, it means nothing, but if one swears by the gift on the altar, one is obligated. You blind ones, which is greater, the gift, or the altar that makes the gift sacred? One who swears by the altar swears by it and all that is upon it. One who swears by the temple swears by it and by him who dwells in it. One who swears by heaven swears by the throne of God and by him who is seated on it." The Gospel of the Lord. In this Gospel, Jesus issues a powerful and scathing rebuke to the scribes and Pharisees. He calls them out for their hypocrisy, for creating barriers to faith instead of pathways to God. The most chilling part of this passage is when Jesus says they lock the kingdom of heaven before men. This is a stark warning against legalism and a focus on rules for the sake of rules. The Pharisees were so caught up in their man-made regulations about what makes an oath binding that they missed the very heart of the matter, God Himself. They were blind guides, teaching others to focus on the trivial while ignoring the immense spiritual reality. They were more concerned with the gold than with the sacredness of the temple, more concerned with the gift than with the altar that makes it holy. Jesus is calling us to a deeper faith, one that sees God behind everything. A faith that is about a relationship with Him, not about checking off a list of rules. We must ask ourselves, are we ever like those Pharisees? Do we get so focused on the minor details of our religious life that we forget the major truth? Are we building walls for others, or are we helping to open the door to God's kingdom? So, here is a practical application for today. Take a moment to examine your own faith life. Pick one spiritual practice, prayer, going to Mass, giving to charity, and reflect on your motivation for doing it. Are you doing it for God, to deepen your relationship with Him, or are you doing it for appearances, to check a box, or to feel righteous? Let's choose to perform our acts of faith with a pure heart and a sincere intention to glorify God alone. Lord, help us to see with our hearts and not be blind guides to ourselves or others. Amen.